Hello everyone, welcome to my Waka farm channel. Today we will learn how European fishermen use robots to catch millions of big crabs. Europe's coastal waters teem with various species of crab, but the brown crab, with its distinctive robust shell, reigns supreme as the most widely consumed. Alongside it, the spinner crab and the velvet swimmer crab add diversity to the European seafood scene. These crabs thrive in the rich, cool waters around the British Isles, Ireland, and northern France. In the European Union, the annual harvest of brown crabs surpasses 44 million. These crabs spawn between November and January, but to protect the future population, there is a ban on catching burrowing females during this period. Consequently, the prime season for catching brown crabs stretches from May to October, when they are plentiful and their meat is at its peak quality. A remarkable species, brown crabs can live up to 15 years and grow to an impressive 11 inches wide, weighing as much as 5.5 pounds. The traditional method of capturing these crabs in the UK involves using parlour pots. These pots are ingeniously designed with a series of chambers, creating a labyrinthine trap that crabs find difficult to escape from. Fishermen typically set these pots on the seabed overnight, returning the next day to haul them up. This selective method minimizes bycatch, making it an environmentally friendly option, particularly in parts of Ireland where it is less common. In deeper waters where bait fishing proves ineffective, trawling becomes the preferred method. Fishermen drag a trawl along the seabed, a technique that, while effective, can sometimes result in higher catches and potential damage to the seabed ecosystem. A day in the life of a brown crab fisherman starts long before dawn. With the first light of day still a distant promise, they prepare their boats, check their equipment, and ensure they have enough bait on board. Armed with modern technology like GPS and live maps, they navigate to their predetermined fishing grounds. Gone are the days of relying solely on compasses and paper maps. Once at the fishing site, each pot is pulled up onto the deck and the crabs are meticulously sorted. Each crab must have both claws removed to prevent them from tearing each other apart in the holding tanks. In 2023, it was common for fishermen to haul in between 300 and 500 pots daily. The brown crab industry is a significant economic contributor, with EU ports landing brown crabs worth over PS30 million, approximately $44 million. To maintain sustainable fishing practices, each EU country sets its own limits on crab catches, ensuring no overfishing occurs and that undersized crabs and females are returned to the sea. Despite the UK's departure from the EU in 2021, it remains the largest supplier of fresh crab to the EU, exporting around PS20.6 million worth in 2023. Despite the UK's departure from the EU in 2021, it remains the largest supplier of fresh crab to the EU, exporting around PS20.6 million worth in 2023. The majority of these exports find their way to Spain, China, France, and Portugal, thanks to the UK's favorable environment for crabs. Notable fishing grounds include the Irish Sea, North Sea, English Channel, and the Atlantic coast. The journey of a crab from sea to table is a meticulous process. Once the crabs are unloaded at the port, they are weighed and sent to a seafood processing facility. The most famous commercial crab product in the EU is canned sterilized crab meat. Upon arrival at the facility, the crabs are automatically killed on a conveyor belt. Then steamed or boiled, cooled, and split to extract the meat. The meat is then canned, heat-sealed, and labeled for distribution. This ensures a long shelf life and maintains the quality of the crab meat. While the brown crab is renowned, another species of significant commercial value is the European spider crab. Found in the northeast Atlantic and Mediterranean, these crabs are pursued by a stingray predator but remain abundant. European spider crabs can grow up to 7.8 inches wide, with claws reaching over 19 inches. This artisanal fishery plays a vital economic role, especially in Spain, France, and the UK. Once caught, fishermen must report their catch online to fisheries managers within 72 hours. The crabs are swiftly transported to processing facilities, where they are humanely euthanized and processed, often retaining only the legs and other edible parts. Whole crabs are graded and placed in containers, cooked for 18 minutes at 210 deg to ensure thorough cooking while preserving texture and flavor. These crabs are then rapidly cooled, dipped in brine, and finally fresh water, extending their shelf life to up to 2 years. Although there isn't high demand for these crabs in the UK, most are exported to continental Europe, fetching between $24 and $99 per pound. European spider crab legs are particularly prized. Commercial crab fishing is fraught with risks. According to a 2022 report from the Fish Safety Foundation, about 100,000 people die annually while engaged in commercial fishing operations in the UK. The industry has the highest non-fatal injury rate, despite advancements in safety. Fishermen endure exhausting physical stress and face unpredictable extreme weather, which increases the risk of falls and subsequent drowning. Even minor slips can prove disastrous, especially when medical aid is far away. While Europe grapples with the challenges of commercial fishing, Italy faces a different threat from the invasive blue crab, a delicacy in Maryland, accidentally introduced to Italian waters via ship ballast in 2012. These aggressive crabs have wreaked havoc on Italy's lucrative clam and fishery industries, causing estimated losses of over $18 million. Clam farmers often find blue crabs in their nets, where they devour everything inside. The population explosion is due to their prolific reproductive abilities, with each female producing between 500,000 and 2 million eggs annually. Efforts to control their numbers through mass fishing have had limited success. However, there may be a silver lining. Reports suggest that Italian blue crabs are larger than their American counterparts, offering a potential culinary resource. Inspired by Maryland crab dishes, Italians have begun incorporating blue crabs into their cuisine. Seafood markets and supermarkets now sell them for around $8.70 to $10.80 per kilo. Nearly 50 blue crab processing plants have sprung up in Italy, providing a new source of income for local fishermen. Lastly, the velvet swimmer crab, often called the devil crab, is another species consumed in Europe. These crabs are mainly caught as bycatch in fisheries targeting brown crabs, lobsters, and whelks. The minimum catch size varies by region, but is generally around 2.5 inches in carapace width to ensure young crabs are not harvested. Velvet swimmer crabs are valued for their soft, sweet meat, which makes them challenging to prepare. Unlike their hardier brown crab relatives, velvet swimmer crab meat is susceptible to rough handling and stress. Therefore, live shipping is often preferred. Thousands of velvet swimmer crabs are stored in ice or snow at the port, and then exported live to vibrant seafood markets in France and Spain. We truly appreciate your support and enthusiasm for Waka Farm Channel. Your continuous following means a lot to us, and we are committed to providing valuable content that enriches our lives. Enrich your knowledge and efforts.